Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just want to do a video on the blower motor resistor for a Ford Ranger. This will probably fall more in line with 93 to 97 Ford Rangers. This truck in particular is a 1997 two-wheel drive 2.34 cylinder. And I've actually done this before. I did this about a year ago. Only 3 and 4 settings were working. And then about a month before I did it, only 4 was working. So they slowly go out. This is actually a common problem on Rangers. This has been about a year since I did it, like I said, so I actually have the exact same problem again. Only settings 3 and 4 are working, so I can go ahead and turn the AC on. You can kind of hear it engage, and then it stops. So hear nothing from settings 1 and 2. As soon as you put 3 on, perfect. 4, you got full power. Go to 2, 1, it's right off. So this was working fine for a while. I had no problems. I went almost all summer with AC, but it seems as though our resistor has gone out on us again. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through the steps on getting this blower motor resistor replaced. All right, guys, so once we pop our hood, the blower motor resistor's location is going to be on the passenger side, towards the back near the firewall, right there. Now yours harness might look a little bit different than mine because I actually replaced the harness last time as well when I did this. So hopefully it's just the resistor. I don't have to do the harness again. But there she is, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get this out, and I'll show you guys the steps on getting it out. Alright, guys, so if you aren't already aware, this is kind of a tight spot to work with. You might have to try a couple different combinations of socket wrenches to get in there. So what is holding our resistor in is 2 8mm bolts. You can see the one right there on the left, and I actually got a flat socket wrench on the other one with a deep socket. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and get these 2 8mm bolts on out of there. Alright, guys, so once you got your 2 8mm bolts out, you should have access just to pull this right on out with the harness. So let's get this thing out of here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Sorry if the camera's shaking, I'm pulling this out, but alright, so here it is, guys. This is our blower motor resistor. Being a year old, she looks kind of worn. Sure, as much as I wash this piece of crap, it's probably getting some water on it. So what we need to do now is just go ahead and take this resistor off the harness itself. As you can see, it's got 2 clips on each side of it. So all you really got to do is take a flathead, get it underneath of here, and we're going to pry these on out. Alright, guys, so we got our resistor separated from our harness here. I'm not going to lie, it was a freaking pain. For being only on here for a year, it was really on there. I had to do a lot of wiggling. I actually took a flathead and pried the one side and used a pry bar and got the other one. And I actually got it off, but it kind of brought me back to when I did this the first time. And I remember I really couldn't get it off, the original harness off the original resistor when I did it originally. So it was a good thing I actually replaced this harness at the time, because I don't think I would have got it off anyway. So last time, with the original, I doubt that I would have got it off. And if you have the original on yours, it's a chance you might have to replace the harness. But I was able to separate these, so let's go ahead and get into the next step, and I'll show you guys how to get this knocked out. Alright, guys, so before we put everything back together and start installing the new one, what we want to do is connect the new part first and just see if it fixes our problem. So instead of actually putting this back onto the harness and bolting it back up and testing it, I'm going to test it before I even bother putting it back in, just to make sure the part actually fixes our problem and it's not the harness or potentially something else. So literally all we're going to do is take the new part, plug it up, and then from there we're going to go ahead and test it out. So here we have it, guys. We got the new part plugged in, so let's get in the truck and see if it actually fixed our problem. Alright, guys, moment of truth. Let's see what we got. Yep. That was it, guys. So it was just the resistor again. I'll let you guys hear this. I'll just close the door so you don't hear the loud Ford power steering whine that they're all plagued with. But I'll let you guys hear this in these settings. So we got it on max AC. There's 3. So, you know, 3 and 4 sound the same. They were working. We take it to 2. You can still hear it blowing. Take it to 1. Might not be able to hear it on camera, but I can faintly hear it blowing. And it's, you know, even when it's at its peak on 1, it's, you know, it's not really a high setting anyway. So I'm not so sure you would hear it, but 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we have it, guys. So now, since we confirmed that the blower resistor is the part that needed to be replaced, we're going to go ahead and get this put back together, and then we have officially fixed our blower. Alright guys, so we're back under the hood. We're going to go ahead and get this reinstalled. Now before I put this back in, I just want to make a quick comment. I know a lot of us car guys, and I'm not even excluding myself, I'm including myself, swear by OEM parts. Sometimes, you know, we take craps on, you know, AutoZone and other places like that. But, you know, I bought this in July of 2018. It is August of 2019. And this is an OEM Motorcraft resistor. So this is an OEM part that I replaced this with, and it went bad in a year. So, you know, I know if this was an AutoZone, some people will be like, oh, it's because it's an AutoZone part, you should have got Motorcraft. Well, here's proof that even when you sometimes buy the OEM stuff, it goes bad as well. Sometimes certain things on certain vehicles just are plagued, and it's, you know, sometimes how the circuits are set up, it's, you know, a bunch of different factors. But, you know, it looks like this is just a common problem, and no matter what we replace it with, OEM, you know, AutoZone, Advanced, whatever, it's going to be the same situation. So what I purchased this time was an AutoZone one. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of AutoZone. I think that the people there work really hard and have a lot of responsibilities for crap pay. So I'll be honest, I don't like giving them a lot of business of mine, but their warranty is next to none. I mean, you can you can go back 3 years from now and bring this in and say, hey, it doesn't work, and they'll swap it out for you. So, you know, with that, it's kind of hard to beat. You know, I paid about 17 bucks for the OEM one a year ago, and that's exactly how much I paid for this. And if it goes bad a year from now, I'm going to take it off, walk into AutoZone and hand it to them, and they'll give me a brand new one, no questions asked. So, you know, with AutoZone, like I said, I don't like to support them, but it is a good, you know, thing to have that warranty backing you up. So let's go ahead and get this back in, and we'll have this job officially completed. Alright guys, definitely not the most fun spot to work with, so that's why you definitely want to check this before you put it back together. But you want to finger tight those bolts in there. Make sure you pay attention to the orientation that it goes in, and I'm just taking the socket manually and hitting each side of it with the socket. So let's go ahead and get this fully tightened in there, and then we'll be ready to go. Alright guys, we have our blower resistor installed. So I got both of those 8 mils tightened in with a socket wrench. Now, it's kind of hard to see there, but not too tight, just enough to keep it snug in there. Make sure you got your wire cleanly ran and, you know, not bent and crimping it up. Might be hard to see, it's kind of getting dark out here, but wire going right to it, and it is perfectly installed. So last thing we want to do is just check and make sure that it works for the last time. Alright guys, we are back in the truck, so let's go ahead and check it out. See what we got here. Let's turn it off. Wait for the annoying dinging to stop. So let's go ahead and go max AC, and I can already feel it blowing. I am sweating. August weather here, so I can feel it. We're good. 2, we can hear it. 3, 4. So AC is back, blower's back. Really not that hard of a job. You know, I mean, if you got an 8 mil and a socket wrench, I mean, you can get this job done, really. You could probably even use some butter knives if you wanted to get that freaking harness off. But that's pretty much it, guys. We are good to go. Our blower resistor is now working. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, this is a very common problem on Rangers, so if your settings here aren't working, then I would guarantee it's most likely your blower resistor. So keep that in mind, guys. Please like, comment if you got any questions, concerns. I'm glad to help out. Just keep that in mind if you need anything. And I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe for more content, and you guys have a great one. I hope this was helpful. Thanks, guys.